We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I drink? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
People of Center, St. Mary and surrounding.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama.
Here is
Where I watch?
Popeye.
are you an executive? If you are,
Greetings viewers and subscribers. In today's journey, we are still in the hills of Eastern Hanover and we're heading to St. James. Continue to sit back, continue to relax and continue to enjoy this journey with me. In the news today, detectives in Westmoreland, they have arrested and charged a 38-year-old businessman for unlawful possession of property. His name is Graig Vacianna and he's living at Delvland in the Little London police area of Westmoreland. Now, this is the allegation. Earlier this week, the police, they carried out a raid at Big Bridge in the parish of Westmoreland where 700 pounds of compressed ganja was found in a house in the area. This ganja was packaged for export. The police, they received further intelligence and on Tuesday, September 30, about 12 midday, they went to Graig's premises at Delvland. The police, they are alleging that they found a grey and white boat with the serial number L3653 at the back of Graig's premises. This boat appeared to have been brought to the property by a wrecker and it is said that Graig is the owner of a wrecker. We are also learning that the boat, it was found to be registered in Honduras and it is suspected that this boat was the boat that was to remove the 700 pounds of ganja that was found at Big Bridge to Honduras. The police, they are alleging that Graig, he could not give a good account as to what the boat was doing on his premises, so he was charged and he'll be facing the courts shortly. We are told that investigations are continuing. In this next report, on Sunday night, September 28, about 9 o'clock, a man in his late 40s, he parked and securely locked up his brown 2021 Nissan X-Trail in front of his house at Brayton Newtown in the Greater Portmore area of St. Catherine. When he went out to drive out on the road on Tuesday morning, September 30, the X-Trail was missing. Hoodlums thief it. Over in Senton on Monday night, September 29, about 10 o'clock, a bartender in her early 20s, she locked up the Alisa's Ends bar at Old Folly in the Discovery Bay area of Senton. When she returned to reopen it the next morning, Tuesday, September 30, it was realized that the bar was broken into. Hoodlums, they broke off the padlock of the back door and entered. Once inside, the hoodlums, them thief 10,000 Jamaican dollars in cash and 3 American roulette boxes and all the cash inside of them. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape. Just like that. In this next report, on Wednesday morning, October 1, a female lawyer and her husband, they locked up their home at Morrison Drive in the Mango Walk area of Montego Bay in St. James and left to work. About minutes after 11 o'clock that same morning, the police, they received intelligence that a male was seen in the yard acting in a suspicious manner. The police, they went to the premises where a guy was seen at the back of the house. The police, they tried to apprehend this guy, but he jumped over to another yard and made good his escape on foot in the area. The homeowners were called and checks were made. It was realized that the hoodlum, he had pried open the front door, broke off the lock and gained entry to the house. Once inside, the hoodlum, he ransacked the house and him thief gold chains, gold bracelets, gold rings and gold earrings plus cash amounting to thousands of Jamaican dollars. The hoodlum, he then made good his escape. In this next report, last night, Thursday, October 2, at minutes after 10 o'clock, a team of police officers, acting on intelligence, they carried out a raid at a house at Racecourse in the parish of Trelawney. And approaching the premises, a group of guys were seen playing domino. On seeing the police, it is alleged that one of them named Jeffery Scott, but he is popularly known as Corrupt. Corrupt is 40 years old. It is alleged that Corrupt, he was seen dropping an object on the ground. That object was retrieved by the police and bingo. It was found to be a Glock 9mm pistol with the serial number intact, affixed with a magazine containing 4 9mm rounds. As a result, Corrupt, he was taken into police custody and he's facing charges. Intelligencers, big up on yourself, and Trelawney police, job well done. In this next report, yesterday afternoon, Thursday, October 2, the hierarchy of the St. James Police Division, they held a press conference where they announced that most major crimes in the division were showing significant reduction. The man in charge, Senior Superintendent Eron Samuels, he said that armed robberies was one of their major concerns since the start of the year. He announced that a female known in the underworld as Toots, she's the leader for the gang of robbers. It is a fact that the police, they have taken a lot of these robbers off the streets. Some of them were shot and killed in confrontation with the police, and some of them were placed before the court. However, there are a lot more of them out on road and they continue to rob. The latest robbery took place yesterday afternoon, Thursday, October 2, about 5:30. It took place at the Chinese-operated AJT Chen Family Supermarket on Fosdick Road in Montego Bay. Our information is that the Chinese operator, customers, and an unarmed security guard, they were in the supermarket when two hoodlums entered. One of them pulled a gun and instructed the security guard and customers to lay face down on the floor. They then proceeded to rob the Chinese operator of cash amounting to over 3 million Jamaican dollars in both local and US currencies. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape. Just like that. In this report, the police in St. James, they have arrested and charged a licensed firearm holder. His name is Roumell St. George Roper. He is a 44-year-old instrument and control technician living at Roseville Housing Scheme in the Spot Valley area of St. James. He has been charged for 1. Unlawful wounding, 2. Assault at common law, and 3. Using a firearm to commit a scheduled offense. The allegation is that Roumell, he was involved in a relationship with a 30-year-old female. They share children. On Wednesday night, October 1, at minutes after 10 o'clock, Roumell, he went to his baby mother's home at Irwin Point in St. James. It is reported that Roumell, he had carried medication for the children. An argument developed with him and his baby mother, and this argument, it developed into a physical confrontation. It is alleged that Roumell, he pulled his licensed gun and hit his baby mother several times all over her body, causing wounds to her forehead and the back of her head. She also received bruises to her right knee and her left index finger. It is further alleged that the female's 29-year-old sister, she was notified and she went to her sister's assistance. It is alleged that licensed gun idiot Roumell, he pointed the gun at the sister and told her to leave. Roumell himself, he then left the house. A report was made to the police who commenced investigations. Roumell's gun was seized and he was charged, so he'll be facing the courts shortly. No, no. Can you imagine? Can you just imagine? Many business people, them will want a license gun and them can't get it. And it is alleged that this fool, him have fame a beat up woman. Boy, me I tell you, you know. Boy, me I tell you. In this next report, A 47-year-old husband, he was stabbed and nearly killed, and his 22-year-old matey or Bunna man is in police custody facing charges. This is due to an incident that took place Wednesday night, October 1, about 11 o'clock. It took place at Water Lane in the Georges Plain area of Westmoreland. Now, this is what we are learning. The 47-year-old man, he's living with his wife and other family members, but it has long been suspected that his wife was involved in a relationship with their 22-year-old neighbor. His name is Demeor Moodie, but he's also known as Dillan. Late Wednesday night, the husband, he was in his house sleeping when he was awoken by talking on his veranda. The husband, he made checks and he realized that it was his wife and Dillan on the veranda talking. It is said that the husband, he heard both of them discussing their relationship, and the wife, she was telling Bunna man Dillan that him have to be comfortable with how things were with them because she could not be with him like he would want. Are you following me? Why may I tell you, It is said that the husband, he went on the veranda and he told Dillan to leave, but this led to an argument, and this argument, it led to a fight. It is alleged that Dillan, he pulled a knife which he used to stab the husband to his neck and his left hand, causing serious wounds. The blade of the knife was broken off in the husband's left hand. Dillan, he then ran away, making good his escape. We are told that although the husband was bleeding like crazy, he managed to drive himself to hospital where he was treated and admitted in a serious condition. The police, they were informed and a raid was carried out. Bunna man Dillan, he was subsequently held by the police. He was charged for the offense of wounded with intent, so he'll be facing the courts shortly. Why may I tell you? In this report, I wanted to share this one with any police from Clarendon that you know. Some people are going to be asking, so Popeye, why you never just pass it on to the police? That is exactly what I am doing right now. The message said, "Good morning, Popeye. I am a regular viewer of your program and I see where you are effective in getting things done without revealing your sources. I want to report a matter anonymously and I can only think of your medium to do so. Some men were looking for a straight cow. That cow had followed another person's flock that feed on the banks of the Rio Minnow in Clarendon. While walking in the bushes, they smelled a foul odor. They never saw the cow, but on their way back, they came upon a dead body, which was wrapped in a brown blanket. The person had long hair. The men, they did not report it to the police because, according to them, they don't want to be dragged in any police investigation. The area where they were looking for the cow is between the old 7th Estate property and the Chateau community. The Rio Minnow River is what separates both communities, and a lot of cattle farmers, they feed their cows along the river banks. It is easy access to the people of the farm community. Popeye, I have no doubt that you will protect my identity, but please inform the police." So, Clarendon Police. That is a clear case of murder. It is the body of a male with long hair, wrapped in a blanket on the banks of the Rio Minnow between the old 7th Estate property and the Chateau community. The Jamaica Constabulary Force, them have the resources, so that body should not be hard to find. Clarendon Police, check it out. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final report for today, now, on Tuesday, September 30, I broke the news. It was about an incident that took place earlier that same morning, about 1 o'clock. It took place at Guns Drive in the Granville area of St. James. I reported that young man on your screen, his name is Shimron Takeshi Nollis Bullock. He was a 33-year-old chef. Shimron and his father, Nollis Garfield Bullock, but he is also known as Jimmy. He is 55 years old. Shimron and his father, they had a dispute, and this dispute, it led to a fight. A knife and a machete came into play, and both of them received serious injuries. Shimron, he died as a result. On Wednesday, I carried an interview with Shimron's aunt. There is the thumbnail on your screen. If you missed it, I implore you to go back and watch it. When I carried the report on Tuesday, I had reported that I had received credible information that the father, Nollis, also known as Jimmy, he would be charged for murder. There were some persons who were commenting that it was impossible because it was self-defense. Well, I had not said Jimmy was guilty of anything. That is for the court. The police, they carried out their investigations and they have found enough evidence to charge the father, Nollis, also known as Jimmy, for murder, and he was charged yesterday. So he'll be facing the courts shortly. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
From the hills to the town, we bring the link. Straight facts, no mix up, no gimmick, no wing. You tune in now, get the real insight. Cause Papa News Link lights in
Papa News Link, yeah, we tell it how it is. Jamaican vice, truth in the biz. Click it, share it, every little click count. News with the vibes, and that we announce.
No gimmick, no way. You tune in now, get the real insight. Cause Papa News Link lighting up the ring.
Papa News Link, yeah, we tell it how it is. Jamaican voice, truth in the biz. Click it, share it, every little click on. News with the vibes, and that we are on. Papa News Link, yeah, we tell it how it is. Jamaican voice, truth in the biz. Click it, share it, every little click on. News with the vibes, and that we are on.
It's not the deal, she a come and down. Them and it Johnny, you damn catch a fire, me feel rated. Inna the race, the prop and no fates. Why we bleak with the cabin on me cross silence. From the hills to the town, we bring the link. Straight facts, no mix up, no gimmick, no wing. You tune in now, get the real insight. Cause Papa News Link lighting up the
Papa